Hi, in this lesson we will see what is Microsoft Merchant Center. To advertise products on Google, we first upload them into Google Merchant Center, right? Where our products are reviewed by Google, whether they are in compliance to Google policies or not. If there are any issues, Google will tell us to fix them, right? So once they are reviewed and approved, we will be able to use them for advertising through Google Ads. Similarly, to advertise on Microsoft, our products needs to be reviewed by Microsoft whether they are meeting Microsoft guidelines or not. Once they are approved by Microsoft, we will be able to use them for advertising on Microsoft properties, right? So in this lesson, we will see how to set up Microsoft Merchant Center. We can set up Microsoft Merchant Center in two ways. One is by creating manually or by importing it from the Google Merchant Center. That means here when it comes to Microsoft, what happens? First you need to create the store. After you create the store, you need to upload the product feed into the store. So please understand the logic here. So in Google also we have done the same process. We have created the Google Merchant Center. After creating the Google Merchant Center only, we have uploaded the feed, right? So in Microsoft also what we will do? We will create a Microsoft Merchant Center. After you create Microsoft Merchant Center, again in the Microsoft Merchant Center you have to create a store. In that store you need to upload the product feed. Please remember the flow here. You need to create the Microsoft Merchant Center, and next you need to create the store, and in store you need to create or you need to upload the product feed, right? So there are two ways for creating the store. One is you create store manually, or you can import the store from Google Merchant Center. So first step is clear, right? You have to create the store. You can create in either of the ways, either in the manual way or from the importing. After you create the store, you have to upload or you have to add the feed. You can do it in two ways again. Either you can do it from the manual upload, that is as we have discussed in the Google Merchant Center, where we have prepared the feed, right? We have prepared the feed and we have imported it into the Google Merchant Center. Similarly, here also you prepare the feed, right? We have discussed in detail how to create the feed, right? I suggest you to watch that previous lesson once. So you prepare the feed and upload it through manually in the Microsoft Store, or you can import the feed present in the Google Merchant Center. So it is up to you. I have seen the advertisers using both the ways, right? So whatever is convenient to you, you can do it. Okay. So let's first see how to create the store. So I am going into the engine. You see here it is Microsoft Merchant Center. You click on it. Okay. So you click on the create store, right? So here you have two options. We have seen both of them. Okay. So create your store manually. So we have seen this while we were discussing the Google Merchant Center. So trust me, creating Microsoft Merchant Center is very easy. Okay. It is very easy than compared to Google Merchant Center, right? You just need to follow the steps that it has laid out. That's it. It is very self-explanatory and it is very easy to create Microsoft Merchant Center. So you just click on create your store manually, or if you want you can also import it. So if you select the second option, you need to sign in into the account, right? So after signing, you can proceed with the details, or you can create the store manually, right? You click on this one. So when you click on it, you give the store name. So for doing in this way, you have to make sure that UET tag is installed on your website. Okay. So after you install the UET tag on your website, and when you come here to create the store, it will take some time. So don't get panicked there. Okay. So when you try to create the store, it will take around 2 to 3 days for recognizing that UET tag. Okay. So don't be afraid when you don't see this option. Wait for 2 to 3 days after you implement the UET tag on your website. Okay. And you give the name here, right? And if you want, you can give the description. So here I am not doing anything because you see the store. So Microsoft has suspended our account, right? When I click on it, you see here, this domain is disallowed due to violation of our policies. Please contact support for further assistance. So I am not able to move forward. but I will explain you the steps. Okay, so let's see. So here I have laid out some steps to make you understand. So this is the first one, right? So here we were there. So here you give the details, that is your store name. Here you can give the store name. Make sure that UET tag is already installed on your website, and here if you want you can give the description. After you provide these details, click on the next. You will land here. So this is the step 2. So here aggregators, it is up to you whether you want to allow the aggregators or not. So if you agree also, you can disallow it later in the settings section. Okay, it is up to you whether you want to check this option or not. So just click on the next after you decide what you want to do with these aggregators, right? So when you click on the next, this is the next step. You need to provide the details, contact details. So after providing the details, just click on create store. That's it, your store will be created. So let's see how the store looks like. So I have some previous stores that I have already set up. So let's open this one. This is how the store looks like, right? So here in the summary you can see the product issues, feed issues, store issues, product performance, all these things. And here in the feeds, I have told you, right, we can upload the feed manually or we can do it by importing from the Google Merchant Center. So when you create it for the first time, here you will be having only this default catalog. I suggest you to leave this as it is and you create your own feed. Okay, you don't do anything with the default catalog, right? You just click on the create feed. Here you give all the details. So first you can give the feed name, right? And next is the feed type, all these things, language, targeted country. If you have any label, you can give the label here, right? So what is the currency of the products value, right? So here we have 3 options, right? So manually upload, upload via FTP, automatically download file from URL. So these 2 are something related to automatic schedules. So you can do it manually, right? So when you click on this manually, here you can browse the product feed that you have already downloaded or already prepared for your website, right? So you can upload it here and just create the feed. That's it. This is very simple. So this is very straightforward as well, right? So there is another method. When you click on this import here, you see you can import the product feed from the Google Merchant Center. So when you click on this, you need to sign into the Google that is linked to the Microsoft Merchant Center, right? So when you click on it, just click on continue and continue, right? That's it. So just click on next and create new. So let's say it is feed digi stores, digi, right? And create feed. That's it. An import feed already exists for this target country. Please select a different country, right? So like this. So as we have already set up a feed for the India, what you can do, you can go to that feed and update the details if you have any updated list of the product feed, right? So but this is how you can create the new feed. Again I am telling you, this is self-explanatory, you just need to follow the steps, that's it, right? So I have told you what are the steps that you need to remember, all those things, right? So this is very simple to create. In the settings you see, and next here you can see all the details. So this is the FTP or SFTP settings for automatic upload of the feed, and this is for shipping, this is for the United States only, right? So here for the automatic updates and product listings and aggregators. So all these things you can see here, but all these settings are not needed, you can leave them as it is. We only work with the feeds or import sections in order to make sure that we have a proper product feed in our Microsoft Merchant Center. That's it. So I hope you have understood this lesson, right? So how to create the feed and how to create the store. So to revise this, what you have to do, first you need to click on this Microsoft Merchant Center. After you click on this Microsoft Merchant Center, you have to create the store. Okay, these are the stores, and in the stores you can have the feeds. You can remember these things, right? So first is the Microsoft Merchant Center, next you need to create the store, and third step is you need to upload the feed. Either you can upload it manually or you can import it from the Google Merchant Center, right? So all the steps are self-explanatory. right? So I hope you have understood this lesson. I suggest you to create this Microsoft Merchant Center in your test accounts for you to understand what is happening or what are the different steps that you should follow for importing the feed or for adding the feed in the Microsoft Merchant Center, right? So I hope you have understood this lesson. We will meet in the next one.